Hello and welcome to the Red Phone Zone. I am one of your hosts, Ethan, and today I'm going to give you some confessions on the new J.J. Abrams 2011 summer release of Super 8. Now, it's been about 30 years since E.T., the extraterrestrial, hit theaters, but J.J. Abrams and Super 8, J.J. Abrams' Super 8 hit theaters on the 10th, I believe this last Friday. It feels as though it should have premiered right alongside the Steven Spielberg classic. Now, anyone who's watched the show or listened to the show, I should say, knows that we've made several references to this movie as feeling like an Amblin Entertainment movie. I mean, it's a very very Spielberg feel to it. This is oddly, I found this is actually Abrams' third outing as a director. His previous two were Mission Impossible 3 and Star Trek. So this is his third foray as to an actual feature film director. I mean, the guy's been in the business for 30 years, 20, 30 years, something like that, whatever. But in what I felt was very refreshing about this movie is it is very good. As with my Kung Fu Panda 2 review, I think this is a good movie to take to your kids. It's something you're going to watch, and especially if you remember seeing E.T. with your parents when you were a kid, and that sort of wonder and that wonderment that you felt in that movie, you'll sort of capture that in here. The movie goes really out of its way to focus on the children's perspective and the children's point of view. So much the fact that the trailer that we've all seen with the truck going onto the tracks or whatnot, that is in the movie, but it's entirely from the kid's point of view. So you actually aren't seeing it from those angles. You're seeing it from the children's point of view on the platform, looking down at the truck coming down and the train starting to derail and do all that. But in a summer filled with sequels and franchise movies, Super 8, like I said, it's very refreshing. It captures the wonder of being a child, punctuates it. Really, I felt really reminiscent of E.T., obviously, and movies like Flight of the Navigator and those movies from the 80s. The movie centers around a group of kids in 1979 who, while filming a movie, narrowly avoid being killed by this derailed train. However, the train contains a creature from another world that has been held captive for quite some time, wants to go home. So it's sort of like what would have happened if E.T. had gotten captured, but if E.T. was a big multi-armed alien that, anyway. Movie's filled with a lot of relative unknowns. I think the most notable character in it is Elle Fanning, who is Dakota Fanning's sister. Movie also has Kyle Chandler, who's on Friday Night Lights, I believe, but I remember him mostly from Early Edition back in the day. But the movie really does a good job of not having this parents come in and save the day type of thing. The parents are doing their own thing, and they do catch on after a while, but the whole movie really is, sort of in a Goonies aspect, is sort of wrapped up from the kids' actions and their actions alone, because they know what's going on, they're dealing with it. The new kid in there, the main character, Joel Courtney, who plays Joe Lamb, is a very fresh face. Works really well in this ensemble cast that's in there. It's and that's sort of really what reminded me of Goonies, was this bunch of kids who get together and are really good friends type of thing, and they stick throughout this whole adventure. They all do a great job of capturing this element of childhood that's really was prevalent in Amblin Entertainment films 30 years ago, and it's really really nice to see a movie like this come out. Super 8's a movie that defies the usual Hollywood paradigm of superheroes and over-the-top action spectaculars. It tells a compelling story. It's about family, loss, friendship. It has this really fantastic backdrop involving this alien monster. It just so happens that there's an alien monster in it. Stick throughout the credits, because the whole film that the kids have been working on throughout the movie is shown during the credits, and it's really great. It's really hysterical. You could tell that J.J. Abrams made this movie with a lot of love and a lot of passion about his childhood, because, I mean, a lot of the filmmakers now grew up and they were making little Super 8 movies when they were kids because they wanted to be the next Steven Spielberg. They wanted to be the next George Lucas. And Abrams is probably the closest to that at this point. I mean, he's doing some fun stuff. Abrams does a really good job as a director, keeping the movie very firmly in the hands of the kids. I really like how it very rarely broke away from the kids to show like things from the parents' perspective and what's going on there. It does it a couple times, but it's not too intrusive or anything like that. So really great movie. I really enjoyed the heck out of it. So yeah, I mean, and it's the really real quick on the kids aspect is I would say it's a good movie for kids. There are a few intense sort of scenes because the alien can be kind of scary, but think about those movies that you watched when you were a kid, when you grab your where you had your parent with you and you get close to them because you were scared. This is the type of movie that is. So I really enjoyed it. Check it out.